Stephen King is one of the most famous media personalities of our time. Both parts of it immediately became cult, and fans have been wondering for almost 3 years whether we will ever see Pennywise the Clown again. Today, I will tell you everything we know about the first full-fledged prequel and reveal its release date. And at the same time, I will share forecasts regarding the entire project. Well, we're starting. Rumors about a prequel began to circulate immediately after the release of the second chapter. The sequel managed to collect an excellent box office at a relatively low cost. And now the studio has decided to continue this saga. The announced series called Welcome to Derry will focus on Pennywise origins, including the beginning of his awakening. Insiders have reported that the series will be an HBO Max exclusive, and will be developed by the same old team that worked on the recent IT movie adaptations. The members of the Losers Club did not return to their roles as their story arc was completely finished. Although the script of the series may provide for the appearance of a certain narrator, which could be one of the Losers guys left in Derry. But will Bill Skarsgård return to his famous role? In fact, this issue is shrouded in mystery for now, but if we follow the path of logic and real history, then the famous white clown makeup was first shown to the public in the early 19th century. And we also know that it arrived on Earth with the fall of an asteroid that destroyed the dinosaurs. Thus, in those very distant times, the image of a clown could not exist in any way, and it frightened the ancient tribes, but in what form it was not clear. But it is obvious that it will definitely not be a clown, although in theory within the framework of the series it is possible to tell the story of several generations at once. Technically, even during our era Pennywise woke up more than 70 times, which could well be filmed within a couple of dozen seasons. Of course, this will not happen, but to make it so that for the entire series, it hunted in several time periods at once, is quite possible. The problem is that it seems that the series should tell exactly the history of the Derry, and about the events that took place there in the 60s. But what kind of story of the clown origin are we talking about, even if in the second chapter of it was definitely confirmed that Pennywise is over 1 million years old, and he is older than any existing city? If the series tells about the recent past of Pennywise, in this case, Bill Skarsgård is guaranteed to appear in the project. Interestingly, after the premiere of the first chapter, some information about the deleted scenes surfaced, which in turn, can become the basis for the series. For example, in September 2017, Skarsgård revealed that the studio filmed a scene with him that took place in the distant past. According to him, in one of the early versions of the film there were flashbacks from the late 16th century. The actor did not play the character in clown makeup. The scene itself showed the true origin of Pennywise. For many years after this interview, many believed that this moment could appear in the director's cut or in the second chapter, but alas, we did not see anything like that. Variety noted that its early script had a similar scene. Their Pennywise played the piano and ate children in the 19th century. So the prequel series could even be something like horror anthology series, with each episode focusing on a different era in the monster's life, and how it eventually became what it is today. Another version of the possible plot of the series. It's all about that very nightmarish scene from the sequel, where the grown-up Beverly comes to tea with old woman Mrs. Kors, who shows the girl photos from her past. It depicted allegedly her father named Bob Gray, who in the distant past was a circus performer. Moreover, the fact that Bob Gray is one of the names of it does not raise any doubts, for this moment was even mentioned in books. That if at different times this cosmic horror took on completely different guises, this is logical because, as I have already said, each era had its own horror idols. Perhaps for the first tribes, it turned into an ancient beast, later taking on the appearance of other mystical creatures. Nowadays, it has taken the image of Bob Gray as a basis. Probably many years ago, Bob did something terrible, and was a real nightmare for the people of Derry, because of which even Pennywise took on his appearance. It is logical that this will be somehow connected with the circus, and in this case, Welcome to Derry may not be a series at all about a cosmic entity, but about Bob Gray himself, and how he met it. But also Stephen King could well have given the go-ahead for a prequel based on a completely new story. And the series itself should be expected no earlier than the 24th year. This is a normal production period. Therefore, the project is at an early stage of production. The launch of a full-fledged series based on the universe does not seem like such unexpected news, because both past films have grossed over $1 billion at the box office, which is quite a lot for the total budget, which was about $100 million. Well, considering that the Losers Club seems to have finally defeated the cult villain, it's worth talking about his past, and I believe that the series will still come out cool. See you!